Fuck that shit. We don't got time for that. Hey, what's up? What's up,
Hello,
everybody?
hello.
Can you hear us and whatever? I don't know. It looks like low color.
Ooh,
Does
I
it
want to
look like
see.
that to you?
I'm gonna look.
I don't know what's happening. Anyway, we're going from home because of the game we're playing later, and because we all have to wake up at 4 fucking 30 in the morning tomorrow.
How
And
am
I
I gonna
am
go to bed immediately after the stream? I'm gonna have to
pissed.
take a bunch of NyQuil or something.
I'm like upset. Like Nintendo is starting from a deficit. Like I'm like angry at them. So the show has to be like double good for me to like give a shit.
Oh,
No,
it'll be good.
it's
It'll
gonna
be
be cool.
good.
We're looking at the Switch 2 tomorrow.
It's
So
gonna
we're
be
doing
very
community
good.
showcase first, um, and then playing a game, and then going to sleep and crying forever, and then being really sad tomorrow.
Damiani is out picking up his food.
Damiani had to
No
go
one
pick something
knows
up.
Be
what he's
back.
picking up. Yeah,
He'll be
nobody
back in
knows
like
what.
20 minutes. Blood is not here tonight, and Huber's internet broke moments ago. So you're stuck with us, baby. It's the three of
Yeah.
us. Here we are. This is how it is. Let me make
Yes.
us
What? So what's
less
Damiani
shitty to
bringing in
look
for
at.
food? Everyone's curious.
Well,
Everyone wants to
Take
know.
your bets.
if in
He'll
fact
tell us
that
when he
is
gets
what
back at
he's
length.
at length, if
Oh,
in
you
fact
think it
that
was a
is what he's
ruse?
getting,
You think it's a ruse, Isla, picking up foods? We wouldn't question it, I guess.
a food ruse.
A ruse? No, I don't think
He's
so.
picked up food so often before streams we wouldn't question it, but he could be hiding a crime.
It's true. It's the perfect
Yeah,
alibi.
that's true. Yeah, the perfect alibi. We don't know where he is, and
We don't know
he
where he
didn't tell
is.
us where he's going. That's a perfect alibi.
What if I have it not show?
Uzi thinks it's Whataburger. I think there's a good chance of that because we haven't heard him talk about it in a
Maybe.
while.
Does he talk about that? Does he like that?
Whataburger? It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
maybe we should start tracking Damiani's, like, where he's eating and see if there's a
Yeah.
pattern.
Whataburger seems quarterly to
Yeah.
me. Like
His movements. Like, you know that famous dog in New Orleans that,
I know
like,
every dog.
fuck, what is its name? There's this famous dog in New Orleans. It's a stray dog that they've tried to catch. And they've caught the dog a couple times, but it keeps escaping. Like escaping insane situations. It's just getting up. So there's a Twitter account where people can like tell the account that they saw this dog, and then it like puts it on a map, so you know where the dog is around New Orleans.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we need a Damiani tracker.
We do. If anyone ever sees Damiani out in the world, just blue sky at us.
Drop a pin.
Yeah. Don't really do that. I'm sure he would not love that.
No.
Okay.
No.
Community showcase. First up, Brandon K.
Yay.
Gann.
Woohoo.
I only have one monitor on this particular computer, so I'm.
We won't get to see these, will we?
I'll just read them all, and then
Okay.
whatever. Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, to see the videos and pictures and stuff, I can share it on through Discord, maybe. All right.
Okay.
Brandon Kagan, hi again, all. I'm back, providing every GOTY list I have from the late 90s to the early 2000s for everyone to criticize and have fun with. Reminders, my lists are every game I played/watched that released from the year I'm giving, including those that disappointed. So it's every game they saw, heard about, played, tangentially witnessed from that year at any point in time in human history.
Awesome.
I provide the platform I first experienced it on because I may have first played or watched it years later. A fun fact from this list, as of writing, this is the year that holds the most games I've played. Lastly, in responding to Huber's comment about a full franchise replay of Gears, I'm doing the same when E-Day comes out to include reading
Wow.
including reading all the books. Wow.
Oh
Highly
my.
recommend
What?
as they I didn't know there were
There's a
books.
lot.
What is it? Miss?
Yeah, how many books are there?
At least 5.
I want to say 5 or 6 at least, maybe 12. Who knows?
12 probably. Highly recommend as they really fill out the universe. But without further ado, here's my GOTY list for 2007. Thanks for your time and have a great day. 16th place, Ratchet and Clank Size Matters on PS2. 15th place,
Okay.
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl on DS. 14th place,
Okay.
Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron on PSP. 13th
Okay.
place, Assassin's Creed Xbox 360. 12th place, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare 2 on 360. 11th, Crackdown 360. 10th, Peggle on 360.
Peggle.
Such a good
Peggle,
game.
dude.
What is that?
Is
Trying
that
to
that
remember.
Peggle. What's
unicorn
Peggle
one?
for? No.
Peggle.
Oh,
Peggle? It's like you drop
it's
a
like Bubble
ball,
Bobble?
or you drop it or you shoot it up, and it like you try to hit as many pegs as possible.
Don't shoot up Peggle, kids.
Well, that sounds
It's so
fun. It's
good.
like a lucky hit kind of thing.
Yeah. Lucky loot.
Yeah, kind of. It's so fun. I platinumed the third one.
Wow. Do I have water in my mouth? Oh, yeah, I do have water.
I also thought that said you have water in your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know why I read that as it's more I'm worried more about my eyes than my mouth because of migraines and what have you. Oh, I do have Gabby at 200% volume. Speak again, Gabby.
Testing, testing,
How's that,
testing.
Chatty Poo Baby?
This is Gabby talking. Gabby
This is
talking. I'm not
Gabby
at 200% volume.
Okay. Number 9th, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare for 360. 8th, Halo 3 for 360. 7th, Uncharted Drake's Fortune on PS3.
Yes.
6th, Mario Galaxy, dude. Played on Switch. Oh. 5th place, Final Fantasy 20th Anniversary for the PSP. Where did my thing go? 4th, God of War 2 on PS2. 3rd, Portal on 360. Hell yeah, orange box. Let's go.
Oh,
2nd,
man, so good.
Mass Effect 360. Mass Effect is good. And GOTY is Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction for the PS3. Wow, cool.
Wait,
that Ratchet and
2?
Clank was the best and worst game you played from 2007.
Wait, and that's 2 Ratchet and Clank games came out in that year?
I guess.
What were they? Well, because one was for
Size
PSP, I
Matters
think.
and Tools of Destruction.
Oh, Tools of Destruction. I didn't play that one. I think that's for PSP, maybe.
I don't know. They played it on. Size Matters was
PSP
a PSP
port.
port. Okay.
Yeah.
Cray cray.
Nice picks.
Yeah, hell
What
yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
2007. What an insane time to be alive. That's when I graduated college.
2007.
Wow.
Yeah. Old. Joe Caruso, if you're reading this on April 1st, 2025, that means tomorrow is the Nintendo Direct about Switch 2. And I have to say, I haven't felt this excited for video game news in a very long time. Of course, we
Seriously.
have the Game Awards and Summer Game Fest, but Nintendo doesn't really share announcements during those events. Of course, we've had plenty of Nintendo Directs, as Huber said. There is truly nothing like a Nintendo console. So, I feel like we haven't had an opportunity for monumental video game news like this in almost a decade. Don't get me wrong, there's still plenty to be excited about in the world of video games from over the past few years and into our near future, but I will admit I miss the hype levels of events like E3 and PSX. I miss PSX and E3 as well. It just feels good to be this hyped once again. Moments like this are increasingly rare, so I hope we get to thoroughly treasure it. Do not seek the treasure. Yes, I hope. I have been dreading getting up so early for literally 3 weeks. It like makes me. I have like panic. Like it really stresses me out. I really dislike it.
Oh.
Like it ruins my enjoyment of everything until I like get up that day, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, if you're not a morning person, that's a brutal, brutal time. I'm extremely excited too. I've been saying this a lot. I haven't been this excited for a Nintendo console launch since Nintendo 64, I think, and that's a long time. And most of my excitement is just based around like, since they showed off the hardware, we just know they wouldn't even be doing this unless there's like some great impressive software to show. They would have bundled it together at the same direct, I think, or whatever. So. Oh man, I
It's
think it's just going
funny.
to be an amazing showing.
It's funny
And it's only an
because
hour.
well, it's only an hour. It's funny
No,
for
no, I
me
was going to say it's
because
only an hour earlier for me to wake up, so it's
oh
not
god, you get up at
that.
5:30.
I get up at 5:30 every single bloody day. Can you imagine?
What the
Wow.
fuck? This is why I
It's
don't have
Why is
kids.
hardcore.
that?
This is like straight
It's
up why I don't have
hardcore.
kids.
It's
Wait, why do
hardcore.
you get up at 5:30?
He has kids.
Children. Straight up children.
But
It's a
but
beautiful
your
time of
children
day.
aren't getting up at 5:30, right?
Kids get up early,
Yeah, we
dude.
got to wake up at 6. They have to wake up at 6 to start getting ready for school. Yeah.
That's fucked.
So I
I
wake
guess
up a little bit
I have
before to brew some coffee.
okay.
My thing
That's
with
fair.
the Switch 2 thing, and it's probably mostly because we have to get up early. I don't care at all. I'm not excited. I don't care because I know I'm going to buy one. So to me, it's
Yeah.
just like I could have watched this at noon, you know? But
Oh yeah.
I
No,
think
it's
I'll be
totally
excited once
unnecessary.
it starts, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, the adrenaline will get you going for
Unless I get a
sure.
migraine like from being awake. But
No, don't
I
say
had one
that.
yesterday, so who knows? Maybe I hit my
I
quota
feel
for the
like
month.
Xbox and PlayStation, like, kind of what the deal is gonna be with a new console, but a
Yeah,
Switch 2, like, yeah, we know what it looks like,
I
because it
do use
got
the word
leaked,
low.
unfortunately, but, like, it
Trailer's not going
kind of
anywhere.
could be anything, like, there's definitely a ton of stuff in store that
Yeah.
we can't even conceive of,
What are
like,
they going to do with that
we're
mouse?
yeah.
Yeah.
that's what
Exactly,
everyone wants to know.
what's the over under on times that we say, like, "What?" Like,
You know
what's the
how
over under on how many times we're deeply confused?
the Switch has the like click thing?
Yeah.
What if
Mhm.
the sound effect for the thing is the Switch and it still does like the 2 and it's like the number 2 and it goes but it's a mouse
Yeah.
click. It's you
Oh.
know?
I thought you were gonna say a gunshot.
That would be very Nintendo, yeah.
Equally odd. Oh, that'd
Double
be neat
barrel.
if you could like somehow cock your,
Oh yeah.
like
Like
that'd be
T
satisfying. When you
like
want to
Terminator
reset,
2.
oh, that'd be a cool new reset feature. Just
Yeah.
that'd be satisfying.
Anyway, from RF Switch, greetings allies. Also RF Switch, I thought it's an older opening graphic, but it checks out was funny. Uh I haven't streamed from this PC in a while, as you can tell. This is my
Yeah,
office
something weird's
PC.
going on with it's like there is a haze or something.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I have I have my Mac that's here usually. I have a switcher that I can switch between the Mac and the PC. But this Mac is from Paramount, which is for like a freelance gig I've been working this week. So that's their
Oh
laptop.
yeah.
So my Mac is over there. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. None of my computers are in the right place. But anyway,
The nerve
the
center,
nerve
yeah.
center is all bugaboo.
No,
Anyways,
it's fine though. It's fine.
since none of you probably actually this is from RF Switch. Since none of you probably actually did the task I said. Oh God, I forgot all about that. Sorry. The task
I
I
definitely
assigned
remember what the task was.
yeah.
But for people who don't remember,
Yeah, since none of you did the task I asked you last time, and with Damiani still grieving the great and mighty Cloudo, I'm not gonna waste any time with it for now. Instead, I'm gonna talk about my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy X. Hell yeah, Final Fantasy X. I love it so much. The writing, the characters, the blitzball. I think Tidus and Yuna are one of the best written couples in all of media, and I totally loved climbing Mount Gagazet and fighting the endless string of back-to-back bosses with no respite. Speaking of, the plot choices and dialogue are impeccable. It's amazing how a game from the early 2000s has stood the test of time unchallenged. Chrono Trigger, Portal, God of War, Silent Hill, nothing compared to this shining beacon of 50-hour game with no interruptions to the plot for needless minigames or tiresome plot device antagonists. And the music, those horns and trumpets that grate against your eardrums. Perfection. Not only that, but the game is so beautiful graphically. The water in that game puts the Elder Scrolls series and Wave Race 64 to shame.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
yeah, I can't tell if like how much of this is a troll or not. So
That one feels like it's
that's a
not.
direct
Yeah,
hit. It
that was a joke. That was just a
it
joke.
had to
That
be.
was
There
RF.
had to be. There's no other explanation.
Yeah.
So go out there and play Final Fantasy X and 10-2. I love 10-2. Take it from me, RF Switch. Final Fantasy X is the best game of all time. Love and respect, RF Switch. P.S. Oh, and happy April Fool's Day. That was painful for me to write,
Oh, now it
and I
makes
still
sense.
taste the
Now it
bile
makes
in my
sense.
throat. Okay, yeah, all right. I was like, these things don't seem
I was
like
like, what gives
positives,
here?
and I know you love Chrono Trigger. So what's happening?
I didn't get
Okay,
why it was a joke, but then I was like, okay, I forgot it was April Fool's. That
I
was a
forgot
good
it was
one.
April Fool's Day.
You got us.
Yeah, I totally
Earlier,
forgot to see.
earlier today, Sophia called me. She was in the same room as me, walked over by the kitchen, called me on the phone, and I answered and I was like, hello. And then she went, oh, sorry, I don't have time to talk right now. And I was like, you called me in the same room. And then she was like, April
Yeah.
Fools. And I was like,
That's a good one.
oh, yeah, pretty good. Good job, RF. I was very confused.
Pretty good, RF.
I was like,
Pretty
wait,
good. They
I
had us the
forgot what
whole
day
way
it was.
too. Yeah.
Okay, so let me try to share my screen with you. I guess if I share OBS with you, will it destroy the universe?
I mean, wait, we can just watch it on Twitch too. That's fine. Whatever.
Whatever. There, perfect. Just okay, yeah. I don't need the stream is still running.
Wow.
Apparently, you skipped Jesse's.
Jesse Blue?
Jesse Blue. Jesse Blue. Can't
Wait,
skip Jesse.
was it text? How late ago? How
Oh,
long ago?
Jesse got us. Jesse got us. Dang it.
Oh,
Damn it.
damn it!
Two
None
in
of
a
this
row.
hijinks.
Ah.
None of this hijinks, chat. Just pretend it's another normal
It's a
day.
good time to get us because my guard is like when I woke
We're
up, I
so
was at high
bamboozled right
guard.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was at high guard for April Fools, but by like 1 this afternoon, it just sort of
You were just like,
my defenses
whatever.
went down. No one's fooling me.
No one's fooling me. I
We were
appreciate
so
in the
April Fools.
Friend's
50s.
birthdays is today,
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
so I have never really celebrated April Fool's Day.
Been subjected to.
Yeah.
Okay. From Sarah Knight. Hello, allies. Hope you guys are doing well. It's that time again. Time to reveal another addition to my Final Fantasy fan art project. This time, my, as well as Damiani's favorite, Final Fantasy X. Is this... What's happening? I replayed...
Right. Why is it in the mind share?
Yeah. I replayed this game last year and I'm happy to say that it still holds up. The music, the setting, and the story, and its characters. Are there dated bits in this game? Sure. Do they add the overall experience? Now I don't know if this is also a troll. I don't know.
Oh god, I'm going crazy.
Oh my god.
Do
Yeah.
they add to the overall experience and not detract from the overall experience? Absolutely. Overall,
Yeah.
it's if you haven't played this game, you really should. In fact, I'm currently playing X2 or 10-2 for the first time with guides, of course, yeah. And now for a little bit of help, I'm not too familiar with Final Fantasy 11, so if anyone, chat included, can name off some characters besides Shantoto for the next edition in this series, that would be greatly appreciated. I know that you could level down when you died. I remember that. That's all I remember. And just the general color of brown. Uh help out Sarah Knight to remember what's what. Last image is tiny and it's for their socials, nothing too big. Hope you guys continue to stay safe and that things are going well in the resistance. Much love and respect, Sarah Knight. P.S. Gabby, I used Procreate for this. P.P.S. No, I did not collude with RF Switch. I do generally love this game. Genuinely love this game.
Wait, really?
So this is real
Oh my
now.
God.
Yeah, this one's for real.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So can you see it?
Oh, sick. Yes.
Your screens? Okay. Final Fantasy X. These are great.
Yes.
Tidus. I still think it should be Titus, but whatever.
So rad.
Here's
Ooh.
Man,
Yuna.
I can't see. Oh,
Watch the stream in Discord.
wait. I can see on Twitch, but I can't.
Watch the stream and you have to
can't
click
see it on
watch stream
Discord.
in Discord.
Like, just shows what I'm seeing in Twitch, but there's no. Oh,
Whatever. She's having technical problems or something.
Yeah. Some.
Here's Waka.
Oh, sick.
Here's Lulu, my bae. Such a crush
I
on
want these
her.
stickers.
Too many belts. Yeah, do you make these as stickers?
These are like literally would be the best stickers on earth.
Sell these. Here's Himari. Here's Aaron. Here's Riku.
Amazing.
Cute. And finally, what's this say? And finally, I've decided to partake in a 30-day OC art challenge over at my school's socials, Blue Sky and Instagram mostly. And today is day 1, which is draw your original character in casual clothes. And I figured I should do this challenge with my main pro tag from my webcomic, Pantheras, which is now currently available to read on Webtoons. Check it out. Panthera.
whoa.
Thanks, Sarah Knight.
So
From Magibarks. Hey, allies, happy 9th anniversary, and thank you for all the wonderful memories you've created over the years. It's been a blast. And now, what else is a blast? Oh, you know what else is a blast? Sorry. You know what else is a blast? Rhythm Heaven, and a new one got announced. In my excitement, I had to draw some fan art, which is short for fan art. I just coined that.
Oh.
So here it is. Love and respect, Magibarks.
Magibarks.
So this is a cute little.
So cool.
Boop. Never played these. I don't know what's happening, but I love this. I think it's cute. Gabby, your thing is all fucked up. You're like pausing and then going forward through time rapidly and then pausing again. You're like one of the demons / angels from Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, this is sick. Do some screen cap.
Yeah.
You can use this as B-roll.
Oh, you might be back.
Nice.
It's probably because you're trying to watch it on Discord. Discord sucks.
Discord's a living nightmare. It wouldn't even let me blur my background earlier.
The heaviest software on the planet Earth.
Stop watching.
Discord. All right. Here we go. Everybody's favorite time in Poppleton.
Yay!
From Screaming Argonaut, hey allies, and happy Switch 2 Direct Eve. I've already got a new Professor Layton and a new Rhythm Heaven game coming, so anything they show tomorrow is just gravy. Anyway, I recently had a roller coaster of a day on Poppleton. Let me explain. So, let's see. It all started when I visited Hazel to see if she wanted to check out the new ice cream shop, but she was furious with me, saying I had forgotten to deliver her package to Shep. Oh no. She's so cute. On my way home, I was called into Tom Nook's office. He said that there have been complaints about me forgetting stuff and that he was considering replacing me as a resident representative. Oh no.
cool bamboo shelf. Tom Nook's got a pretty cool office.
Yeah. I went home and calmly considered my options. I didn't know what was wrong with me. Maybe I should move away. No, she's
Oh.
crying. Oh.
Archives.
My thoughts were
Oh.
interrupted by Pete delivering a telegram. It was unsigned, and all it said was, "It's not over." Sorry, are we too big? Wow, maybe
Oh.
I have to
It
fucking
looked like a secret door the Pete came through in
This
the archive.
ain't over. I met with Phoebe, who tried to cheer me up. She said the note was probably to let me know that my time on Poppleton isn't over yet, and I should figure out what's been happening. I went back
It's
to
like a
Hazel
mint.
to find out exactly when exactly she asked me to deliver the package. She said it was on Saturday afternoon, right before the big game.
Fun little apartment.
Yeah. This led me to Frobert because I remember that he asked me to get some bugs from one of Captain's islands on Saturday. He confirmed it, saying he couldn't do it because he didn't want to miss the big game. There's a big game happening. My next stop was Captain's office, main office,
Oh.
where I got a copy of Saturday's records from Grams. Something fishy has been happening, and now I had the proof. Grams, dude, look at Grams. Holy
Look at that
crap.
office. Is that actually on a dock or is that just a background from the office? Hard to tell.
I think they built this room in the Photoshop. Not
It
Photoshop,
looks,
but the photo
yeah, but I think it's
house.
like a really
Yeah,
dock.
it's
That's
really
awesome.
good. I went to find Phoebe to go over what I found, but I was shocked when I saw her.
Dun, dun.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for
What?
today. See you next month.
Oh,
There's a second person.
there's
A
a
Oh my
clone?
cliffhanger.
A clone? I thought this was going to be
Ultimate
some kind of
cliffhanger.
April Fool's, but she's been cloned. There are two of them. Freaky. I
Insane
love these.
cliffhanger.
I love these little stories. Okay, now you'll
Cliffhanger
have to
every time.
watch. You'll have to watch these over the wire because we're gonna open up our listening and listen. Okay, because these
Nice.
are the audio whatever.
Oh, wait. Oh, so we'll have to
Love
listen to
this.
them over
You'll have to watch on
this.
Twitch, I think. Well,
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know.
that's
Is
good.
there audio
Wait,
coming
how
through?
late?
There might be audio on
Well, I
my.
can't. I simply cannot watch the stream. So
Is,
maybe I'll just.
you can't watch on Discord or you can't watch on Twitch?
I can't watch on Discord.
Oh, okay, well, fuck that anyway.
Like, it's insane.
Okay, so watch on Twitch then.
So I'll just. Yeah, I'll just. Everyone be
Switch it up.
quiet. No.
We'll all listen quietly and calmly, and it'll be lovely. Wouldn't it be loverly? Loverly.
Sorry, watching the stream.
Loverly.
And it expanded so just Dawn was like really big in the middle of the screen.
That's how it needs to be sometimes, you know?
I am taking over your feeds of your
Big
television,
Dawn.
human.
All right. Let's see. From Jason Wojnar, my second release, but actually the first song I wrote from start to finish in Ukrainian. That's a couple of Ukrainian words here. Let me see. Kraplia nizhotsi, or a drop of tenderness.
Cool.
I can speak the English generally. Being first song I wrote in my second language, the lyrics are very simple. You can read them after the song plays. If that's better, you guys want to hear the lyrics first or the song first?
Lyrics first.
You want me to read you the lyrics? Okay. I am a person of, this is the translated lyrics, obviously. I am a person of simple needs. One act means everything. I just need a drop of tenderness from you. I'll survive this brutal winter with the warmth of your flame. I just need a drop of tenderness from you. I would not call what I want love. I just need a drop of tenderness from you. Nice. Let me make sure this is the right song. Those shapes do appear similar.
Those are beautiful lyrics.
Yeah, I like that. Can you hear it, chat? Okay.
Я людина простих потреб, от надія означає все. Мені від тебе тільки треба крапля ніжності. Люту зиму переживу теплом твого полум'я. Мені від тебе тільки треба крапля ніжності. Я би не назвав те, чого я хочу любов'ю. Мені від тебе тільки треба крапля ніжності. Мені від тебе тільки треба крапля ніжності. Крапля ніжності.
Yay! I loved that.
Wow.
That was not involved. Why did it sound?
Wow, that was lovely.
kinda-
Oh, what was that?
Whoa, everything
That
sounds
was
like
lovely.
a tunnel to me right now. Is that happening?
Everything
for
sounds like a
everyone, or
tunnel
just
to
me?
you. I hear
No.
everything okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Chat, do you
Wow,
hear
that
it in a weird
that
tunnel?
song was pretty beautiful.
Oh, now I turned it
Damiani's
down, it
back.
sounds better.
Now I want to hear the lyrics
Damiani-kun.
again.
Damiani-sama.
That music, the tone shift, but I didn't know that wasn't part of the song, so I got it now.
There was a song and then accidentally an ad played because I'm logged in on my work YouTube that doesn't have
Gotcha.
premium or whatever.
Sick song.
Premium.
But now it's
Oh
better.
yeah, Damiani, everyone is wondering what you got for dinner.
If in fact that's where
yes.
you went.
Wait.
Yes.
Yes, I did. I did go to dinner. So I thought you said if that's where you went, like chat had picked a place that they thought I had
Oh
gone
no.
to, and I
You
didn't.
just
I
said
didn't
you had
hear.
to go get
I
something
was
if
like,
we were
oh,
saying it.
I guess
You
I was like,
did.
I
It
didn't
might
hear a
be
proper
illicit.
noun in there anywhere. Like what? Wingstop. I just got Louisiana rub bone-in wings, 10 bone-in wings from Wingstop.
I got
Yeah.
something in my
All
eye.
right.
Swordfish said food direct.
Food direct. Damiani, if
Hashtag
you
Can you
love
imagine
direct.
if that was allowed If I could do like a food direct and then like
do you mean
really
if
let's
that's
rip off
allowed?
Nintendo and then do like Treehouse Live, but like it's like
We could literally do that any
we
day on
announce
our
the food we're gonna
phone.
eat. Like we're getting new like Taco Bell's Live Moss
Didn't
event.
Taco Bell do
Then,
that?
but
Yeah,
then they
did
go
that.
to Taco Bell and they actually sit there with people and eat them and like instead of a
eat the
hands-on demo,
people?
it's like people get to eat it and like go back
We have
and give your
E3.
impressions. Yeah, like foodie
It's
3.
F3 food.
Yes.
And then afterwards, they're
Yeah.
like, "Do you think you embodied the Live Moss mentality today?"
There we go.
I wonder if that Live Moss event was a success. I hope there's more.
Anyways,
yeah.
all right. Next up, Damiani, you'll have to listen to these on the
Yep.
Twitch stream, and if you feel like turning on your camera, go for it. But you don't have to. Whatever. Ooey ooey ooh from Kevin Gillet. Kevin. There's a thing above the E in Kevin, which makes me feel like it's not Kevin.
Would that
Kevin.
be Kevin?
Kevin. Huh. Anyway, Kevin Gillet. Bonjour, allies. Maybe it's French.
Bonjour.
Kevin. I'm losing my goddamn mind. Anyway, from Kevin Gillet. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
That reminded me of a trick that Sophia and I have, but she probably doesn't want to show you. You don't want to show
Oh,
them?
can she do magic? Can she do
Well,
magic?
She says it's our secret.
Okay.
We just have a joke.
Check the VODs. We've done it in the past.
Have we done the French kiss joke on the VODs? Okay.
Magic
Anyway,
face
earlier
joke.
this year, I went to Paris for a weekend, knowing I would witness the return of Lumiose City, Pokemon's version of Paris, in Pokemon Legends
Oh.
Z to A. At the following Pokemon Presents. Perfect timing. Incidentally, there was even a Pokemon event in a famous store in actual Paris, further blurring the lines. I wanted to revisit the theme of Lumiose City from Pokemon X and Y, as I thought the tune was great, but the original arrangement didn't really, didn't really fit the mood. That said, I really liked what we could hear from their arrangement of that theme during the Pokemon Presents. I'm excited to revisit the Pokemon generation inspired by my country later this year. They are French.
So cool.
And meanwhile, please listen to my own version of Lumiose City. Lumiose? Am I saying that right? Eagle-eared listeners might notice I've slipped in references to the Wild Pokemon Battle theme, the Kalos region theme, and the Professor Sycamore theme. Switch to hype. Love and
Cool.
respect, Kevin Gillet. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. That was
Oh.
awesome. That was
Very
really
good.
good.
Ale!
That was amazing.
I
Oh,
love
My God,
that.
what a little bop.
I'm gonna have to turn them down or they're gonna sound like they're in a tunnel.
It kind of felt good, kind of matched the previous song too, just a little bit in vibes too, I thought.
Yeah, kind of a nice sort of a vibe.
Yeah, I felt like
From
I was walking on the
yeah,
Champs-Elysees eating a croissant.
and throwing a baguette at passerby.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
scarfing down some beignets, you know?
Um. All right. Jackson Deck says, "Get ready for a tone shift." Eric Jackson. Yep, this is you. Hey,
Oh,
allies,
no.
I'm back again with another reading from Lord of the Rings. I've done quite a few audio
Ooh.
submissions for the showcase, but this month's may honestly be my favorite. Sorry for once again running along with my submission. I always feel bad cutting it down. Tolkien's writing, creator's intent, cut it at your discretion. This is, in my opinion, the coolest moment in the whole trilogy of books when the cavalry shows up to help the White City in the third book/movie. The text is dense and my setup tends to output audio at a high volume, so drop the sound as needed. I threw this together last minute and I'm not great at sound mixing. Thank you. Thanks for all that you do, allies. Love and respect, Eric Jackson. Oh, it's not even that long. 341. We're doing it. Strap
Oh,
in.
that's fine.
Gird
There
your
it is.
headphones in case it's loud. I'm gonna turn the desktop audio down. JSE. Here we go.
A smell of burning was in the air, and a very shadow of death. The horses were uneasy, but the king sat upon Snowmane, motionless, gazing upon the agony of Minas Tirith, as if stricken suddenly by anguish or by dread. He seemed to shrink down, cowed by age. Merry himself felt as if a great weight of horror and doubt had settled on him. His heart beat slowly. Time seemed poised in uncertainty. They were too late.
Great.
Too late was worse than never. Perhaps Theoden would quail, bow his old head, turn, slink away to hide in the hills. Then suddenly, Mary felt it at last, beyond doubt. A change. Wind was in his face. Light was glimmering. Far, far away in the south, the clouds could be dimly seen as remote gray shapes, rolling up, drifting. Morning lay beyond them. But at that same moment there was a flash, as if lightning had sprung from the earth beneath the city. For a searing second it stood dazzling far off in black and white, its topmost tower like a glittering needle. And then, as the darkness closed again, there came, rolling over the fields, a great boom. At that sound, the bent shape of the king sprang suddenly erect. Tall and proud he seemed again, and rising in his stirrups he cried in a loud voice, more clear than any there had ever heard a mortal man achieve before. Arise! Arise, riders of Theoden! Fell deeds awake, fire and slaughter! Spear shall be shaken, shield be splintered! A sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises! Ride now, ride now, ride to Gondor! With that, he seized a great horn from Guthlath, his banner-bearer, and he blew such a blast upon it that it burst asunder. And straightway all the horns in the host were lifted up in music, and the blowing of the horns of Rohan in that hour was like a storm upon the plain, and a thunder in the mountains. Ride now, ride now, ride to Gondor! Suddenly the king cried to Snowmane, and the horse sprang away. Behind him his banner blew in the wind, white horse upon a field of green, but he outpaced it. After him thundered the knights of his house, but he was ever before them. Eomer rode there, the white horsetail on his helm floating in his speed, and the front of the first Aelred roared like a breaker foaming to the shore, but Theoden could not be overtaken. Fey he seemed, or the battle fury of his fathers ran like new fire in his veins, and he was borne up on Snowmane like a god of old, even as Orome the Great in the battle of the Valar when the world was young. His golden shield was uncovered, and lo, it shone like an image of the sun, and the grass flamed into green about the white feet of his steed. For morning came, morning, and a wind from the sea, and darkness was removed, and the hosts of Mordor wailed, and terror took them, and they fled and died, and the hoofs of wrath rode over them. And then all the hosts of Rohan burst into song, and they sang as they slew, for the joy of battle was on them, and the sound of their singing that was fair and terrible came even to the city.
Damn. That was so good. I'm sorry if there's
Whoa.
a
I
little...
was captivated.
Yeah. Sorry
Yeah.
if there's a little reverb being added by my OBS. Nothing should be doing that. And I don't know
That
why
was-
it's doing that.
That was excellent.
That was amazing.
Really,
Yeah, that was
really
very
good.
good.
Wow. That was so good. Excellent sound effect. Like all the sound effect
Yeah,
choices and stuff.
really
the timing
good.
of them are great.
I realized halfway in that I was, even though I have my AirPods in, so that's where the audio is coming from. I was so like engaged that I was like leaning forward,
Leaning
like
forward.
I was listening into the computer. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, what a performance. Excellent. Jeez.
Why? What? Windows, what have you wrought? Does this fix the speakers? No, then they can't hear you at all. Okay. All right. Well, this is just how it is, Chad. I don't know what's going on. If I turn that up too much, it just sounds like there's spring reverb on it. Okay. 2 to go anyway. From Alexander Zirianov. Hello, allies. Firstly, I'm currently picking themes for my Apex Legends videos that will be submitted to Community Showcase early next year. Yes, I'm planning my production that far in advance. My
Early
goodness.
next year.
Oh, wait, next year? That's
Yeah.
2026.
Like Avatar 3. This is
My
awesome.
brain was like, we're still in 2024. And I was like, no, wait. Holy
What a
crap.
production.
Well, Jesus. Good stuff.
I love that.
Um,
yeah.
If you want me to cover some specific topic, this is a great time to ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock it in or it's in 2027, chat.
I like the character ones the best. Those have been my favorites.
Oh, I do like those. I like them all. And they're all
I'm
fascinating.
locking that in now.
Okay. Now, let's go back to the present and this month's submission. Currently, Apex Legends has six battle royale maps, which is a very impressive number considering that a seasonal update of already existing maps takes about a year of development. I can't read today, sorry.
Wow.
What's even more impressive is that each map looks and feels completely unique and has its own fans among the community. A 3-minute video allows me only to scratch the surface of these vast and intricate spaces, but I still want to put the spotlight on the maps, probably the most important aspect of any Battle Royale game. This is the premiere of my new mini-series, and today we'll look at the place where everything started, Kings Canyon. This is cool. I like this. Okay, let me get us out of the way here first. Forget it, Alexander, which corner is better for Apex? I'll just make us really small. Okay. All right. Hopefully this should work.
Kings Canyon, the very first map of Apex Legends, has a long history. Once a simple settlement on Soas, the island known as Kings Canyon started thriving when the IMC chose it as a hub for research and development. On the surface, the installation seemed like a simple military base, but underground it housed highly classified laboratories, studying face tech and simulacrums. After the Frontier War, IMC recalled their military from the Outlands, abandoning Kings Canyon and its buried secrets. Later, when the Syndicate took control over the Outlands, the island was chosen as the home of the upcoming Bloodsport Apex games. Kings Canyon map has received several major updates since its introduction at game's launch. In Season 2, Crypto blew up Repulsor Tower, which was previously keeping wildlife away from the island. In Season 5, Skull Town, the most popular location on the map, got completely destroyed in an explosion triggered by lava. In Season 8, Hugh's ship got sabotaged by Mad Maggie and crashed on the northern side of Kings Canyon. And by Season 14, the old battlefield received significant renovations, including partial reconstruction of the Scout Town. Legends have contributed too. Octane has set up a track field with jump pads and a big flaming ring containing high-tier loot. Caustic has built a processing plant filled with toxins, which can be temporarily drained to grab enticing gear in the middle of the poisonous pool. Crypto's map room shows the number of nearby squads and allow you to reveal the next ruin and enemies' positions. Also, the entrance to the underground facility where Wraith was experimented on got unearthed, and now you can use its phase portal to launch yourself high in the sky. Kings Canyon has several features that are unique to this map. Numerous charge towers can be activated to fully charge the ultimate ability of all nearby legends, unless the tower itself is on a cooldown. At the start of each match, supply ship flies over the map towards a marked landing spot, where it becomes accessible from the ground. Also, there are explosive holds filled with weapons, armor, and attachments, which can be opened by blowing up their door. Kings Canyon has significant elevation on the eastern bank of the river that crosses the map. Newer constructions and military structures provide solid cover, while older buildings are full of holes you can be shot through. Some houses and rooms are pretty tight, which complicates team-coordinated fights. The map itself is on a smaller side too, which increases chances of early fights and third parties. This, and some other minor features, makes Kings Canyon not the best choice for ranked leagues and tournaments, but it's suitable for casual modes as it has multiple locations that are fun to fight in. Overall, Kings Canyon is a solid map, but it got quickly pushed aside by World's Edge, which we'll talk about next time.
Whoa, that was great. Cool to see the
Very good.
progression of the maps and the places. Cool.
It's
Last.
so cool. Like, I haven't played Apex in so long, so I just like when I see new versions of the map, I'm like, what? Like the game looks so different from when I last played it. Yeah.
For sure. Okay, last one is from Nick Gothic. Got it in time. I'm proud of you. Play the video first before returning to the text. Okay, I will. The audio might sound weird for just a second up top because it might be doubled, but I'll fix it. Hope everything's okay, Jesse.
There are 3 films that I consider to be the best ever. They are Space Odyssey, Andrei Rublev, and Breathless by Jean-Luc Godard. In my world, these are not to be disputed. And that last one I've just rewatched and realized just how damn important it really was for me. I love Breathless. I saw it around 10 to 15 times, and I did for the first time when I was 13 on the telly, and it lured me in immediately. What a beautiful film, that flightiness, that style, the cockiness, the dynamism, a bombardment of gestalt feeling in those jump cuts. Of course, we know it as a real landmark of indie cinema, that amazing film Godard pulled off with no budget and a single, small, but liberated camera, being able to move in whichever intimate part it pleases, and I think this is why Breathless captivates me. It's completely removed from that Hollywood stiffness that dominated in the likes of Hitchcock. Instead, here's one of those great sequences in film history, the famous bedroom scene, that takes a third of the film's runtime, and where it's just our 2 main characters, a crook and a newswoman, in dirty underwear and left to be themselves, their very own Eden. It is so tender, so intimate. You can feel the softness of the mattresses and blankets, and they are both so loving and so full of wisdom, each in their own way. It was the first time I ever saw something, at my tender age, that made me think adulthood could be very appealing, if life were as adventurous as those of Michelle and Patricia. Of course, there was just one stop in my future infatuation with Godard, but Breathless at least is his most accessible and mainstream film. I also did like the much more radical Masculine Féminine, the hilarious but also really cool Alphaville, which is like what if you made Blade Runner in the 1960s, and also Mépris. It's been a long time, but I didn't get that one. It felt too alienating. There's some other French New Wave classics. I enjoyed last year Marienbad, but I'm afraid it's too wispy for me. But one film that meant to me just as much as Breathless was Chris Marker's La Jetée. I always look at it and I think it's such a miracle that it exists.
the girl seems also to be tamed. She welcomes as a natural phenomenon the ways of this visitor who comes and goes, who exists, talks, laughs with her, stops talking, listens to her, then vanishes.
12 Monkeys.
What a pinnacle of beauty and emotion. It was that film that really made me love photography. And I think that, really, those two Frenchmen, Godard and Marker, were to become really elemental in my creative outlet, and really influential for how I make my comic The Ingrid's Maneuver. Of course, it's a tribute to everything 1960s, and also Richard Lester, who made the new wave inspired A Hard Day's Night, and also my most favourite film of all, The Knack and How to Get It. But Godard and Marker, with their films especially, managed to capture this vitality and frailty and emotional richness that I value, and I can only dream that I could come even to the shadow of their genius. Godard may be jokingly cynical all the time, but one thing I do not deny is that man loved cinema and storytelling, and his enthusiasm for it is so infectious. He once said, "All you need to make a movie is a girl and a gun." He was so right, and it's one of those little truisms of his and many other directors that I adore. Love and respect.
Hell yeah. That was a very good little video. Regular size video. Don't know why I said little. That was a great video.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I loved
Pretty good.
Amazing.
everyone and their submissions. That appears to be it. For...
Wait, is there a paragraph to read?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Thank you. Play the video before returning the text. Almost forgot the damn text. Nick Gothic. I think it's worth expanding on that. Besides the innovative styles the French filmmakers put, I also profoundly take from filmmakers like Hitchcock and Billy Wilder for all of my story and visual inspiration regarding the Ingrid's Maneuver. But also, the most importantly, the British cinema of the 1960s was spectacular and an entire universe I can't get out of. You've seen the Prisoner, right? Richard Lester and his great A Hard Day's Night and The Knack, it won Cannes Award, a Cannes Award, are obvious go-to stops. A Hard Day's Night was what turned me on to the Beatles and more generally 60s culture, while The Knack I was horrified to see because it was so accurately mimicked many of my characters and my sense of humor. It's literally something I wish I could have made, and I was so jealous when I finished it. But it also feels like I saw my vision complete in a way. I think it's a brilliant and intelligent film, and it's got a powerful feminist message. Hell yeah. That is sadly deeply lost on modern audiences watching it, since it's several very transgressive, but honestly quite tame parts. There are many brilliant pieces of British cinema that influenced me. There's the entire kitchen sink movement. Look Back in Anger, A Taste of Honey, The Servant, Peeping Tom. Hell yeah, I like Peeping Tom a lot. All mesmerizing. Antonioni's Blow Up is incredible, and its protagonist was my main reference model for Jeremy Arthur's The Italian Job, Bunny Lake is Missing, Get Carter, the James Bond films, and I can go on. But they don't, because they stopped writing. Thanks. Loved it. Ha ha ha. Loved it. Loved it. Okay. Cool. Mommy sent you guys the game. And now we're going to switch to the game.
Oh, ready?
Thanks, everyone who submitted.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone who
Thank
submitted.
you. The Community Showcase post for April is up as well for patrons, or $10 and up patrons, as is the group stream for April.
Hell yeah, you loud ass. Turn you down.
This was the March showcase, by the way. We just
This
did it
was
on
the
April
March
1st.
showcase. Don't get it
It's
twisted.
March.
It's March. Lousy
It's
Smarch
fiscally
weather.
March.